Good afternoon, dear viewers and subscribers of our information channel. The channel is called WorkPro24. The channel was created in the interests of participants in the private security industry. Our partner and friends are the security agency, Method of Security. This is a young, developing company led by experienced employees. And I will tell you how the approach to development at Method of Security differs from the approach of a number of other companies. First, there is absolutely no staff turnover. Second, they do not get involved with cheap contracts that flood the internet and come from various sources where clients are looking for bargains. Yes, this is definitely lost profit or revenue, call it what you will. However, there are no questions about where or what to cut, so that both the security guards' salaries remain competitive and taxes can be paid. By the way, Security Method does not submit applications or participate in tenders and auctions for socially significant facilities. There are several reasons for this. In fact, this is a deliberate decision. One of the reasons is the unwillingness to provide security for facilities at prices considered to be the minimum acceptable. You need to know how to work with the budget so as not to bring trouble upon yourself. The consequences for poor quality services paid for with government funds are very diverse, and all of them are highly unpleasant. For example, I am currently part of an expert group within one of the agencies investigating a criminal case against a specialized security company, and I can see how these consequences come about and how they end. On the other hand, there are plenty of companies out there that are just eager to grab whatever they can. Third, at a number of sites, daily or weekly training sessions are indeed conducted, mainly aimed at developing the skills required for specific posts based on their assigned tasks. What does this actually achieve? With systematic training and the simulation of emergency situations, security guards will be mentally prepared for such events, will not be caught off guard, and will competently carry out all necessary actions. And this quality is something the client always notices. They never have to wonder, what exactly am I paying the security company for? By the way, the supposed systematic training sessions conducted at guarded sites by various private security companies is one of the topics these organizations love to boast about during interviews with potential clients. But in reality, these trainings have never actually been held and still aren't, because usually the main goal is just to secure the contract, and the rest is left as empty promises. And most importantly, at Security Method, there is a respectable and versatile management team with clearly defined responsibilities, generally operating as a single, well-coordinated mechanism. The structure is roughly as follows. General Director. His role within the organization is clear. Accounting is handled by the professional outsourcing company Lex Consult, managed by Veronica Budorina. They cover all levels of activity, from initial documentation to weekly, quarterly, semi-annual and annual report. Next, Deputy for Armaments. Security Method has a fully equipped armory and a certain number of service firearms, both rifled and smoothbore, some of which are issued to employees for work at armed posts. The Deputy for Armaments is responsible for maintaining records, logs, and other documentation related to the control of weapons and special equipment. In addition, he keeps records of issued personal cards, RSLA cards, medical certificates, and ensures that employees are sent for their annual periodic knowledge assessments on time. Director of Development. He holds the position of Deputy General Director, but is not involved in operational activities. Instead, he focuses exclusively on the company's development processes. He has an interesting scope of work, and the development strategy of Security Method as a company depends on him. In addition to these managers, there is a staff of security chiefs who oversee a limited number of security sites. I am completely against assigning 20, 30 or 40 sites to a single security chief in a company, as it is physically impossible for one person to manage them all. And since there is no control over all of this, it is a proven one-way road to failure. For us, the Security Method Agency is a kind of experiment. The company was the first to register with the FPPO, and we plan to test all mechanisms using this particular company. Additionally, Security Method will be the first company to participate in the ranking that we will launch in the near future. In general, we will always highlight the activities of stable security companies that attract interest from both clients and employees. WorkPro24 is always with you.